right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, giving all glory, honor, and praise to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Racha, Kodash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who teach and rule well, who taught us this truth. Shalom to the elect, the 144,000, first and foremost, pushing this truth in all sincerity in the four quarters of the earth. Lord willing, we be at that number. I'm your brother Tabari Yakwana coming at you with another lesson, Lord willing, it's edifying. You know, you got these big tornadoes, storms in the Midwest and the South, parts of the South. I'm just watching a lot of it, and Lord willing, I could put it in the beginning of this clip, of this video. But you know, you got Jake watching a tornado come through, sweeping away all kinds of stuff, cars, taking roofs off of homes. You know, I mean, within seconds. You know, and then now to be fair, I don't know exactly what happened after the clip, but you know, as one of the brothers put in the chat, it's like nobody was even thanking the Lord. Said not one of them thanked the Lord to be alive. You know, to be alive. They just sitting there talking about all the crap that got fucked up. You know, all the trinkets and the toys, man. And that's what's really gonna get a lot of people messed up in that day of temptation, the day of the microsia, man, spoken of in Book of Revelation, chapter 13 and verse 16. I'm gonna just grab it just to, you know, get that out of the way, because ultimately, all these little trinkets and toys and cars and things like that, they're all gonna be used against Jake. You know, they're gonna be packaged in a temptation package, you know, for Jake, you know, to basically try to cleave to. You know, he thinks that that's life. You know, what the scriptures speak about is I'll get it in a second, but let's read this real quick. Revelation 13 and verse 16, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. And that mark goes to the word charagma in the Greek, which means like a graven sculpture. All right, and it's been all throughout Esau's media. Certain people have come out. Aaron Russo, we speak on him all the time. He actually speaks about how the elite, basically, this was decades ago. He was talking about, I think the early 80s, he's talking about how these elite want to put a chip inside you. And if you ain't right, they'll just turn, which gives you access to the world, you know, the trinkets, the cars, the stores, the provisions. And if you ain't doing what they tell you to do, they'll just turn your chip off. It means you don't have no access to it, man. This is why the scriptures speak about us. In those days, we're going to be as pilgrims on the earth, man. We're not going to really have no, you know, place that we can really call home. We're going to have to lean upon the brotherhood and, you know, be bouncing, you know, bouncing in this earth, man. Basically living off the grid. The grid is going to become, is going to have access points, and that the thing that's going to give you access is that piece of hardware, that digital device that they're going to cause. It says here, cause all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond. All right. So, verse 17, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. All right, so, the image of this place, America, Babylon the Great, is in the same image or the same likeness as the ancient Roman Empire. This is the ancient Roman Empire revived, that deadly wound that was healed. Okay? And so, it's all a trap. It's all a snare for the elites to gain complete control. They don't want, as a brother put the other day, who was listening to the brothers sit down, useless eaters. He brought up useless eaters. These elites don't want these useless eaters anymore, man. The Georgia Guidestones may point to that, to reduce the population to a certain amount, to keep the world in perpetual balance, quote unquote balance. It's really their plan, man. And all of a sudden the Georgia Guidestones got blowed up. They don't exist anymore because they're trying to hide their plan, and everything is being exposed, man. This word is exposing these devils and their plan. All right. This is 1 Corinthians chapter 5 and verse, just talking about how people just ungrateful, man. And this is a byproduct of living in a decadent and rich world. America. It's slavery, but it's just it's so much crap you can get. You don't even have to be, we talk about not having things, but everybody got a whole bunch of shit, really. Even the poorest of poor got a bunch of shit. Our poor people live like kings. Be throwing away shit. Just don't give a damn. Ungrateful. I get it tomorrow. I get it. We got so much stuff that we try to ship our stuff, our clothes and stuff, to other countries. They got piles of our shit over there, piles of our trash over there. Not our, but, America's trash. They don't even want it no more. You look at these pictures of people in these so-called third world countries. They got Jordans on and, they got designer clothes on. It's like, how the hell you get that shit? It's our trash being shipped over there to the point to where they don't even want it anymore. It's too much. This is how decadent scriptures speak about that in Revelation 18 chapter, man. How this whore is just decked out. In the 17th chapter, speak about how she sit up on the seven-head beast with a golden cup in her hand, draped in purple and red and purple, man, which are royal colors, man. And how the world wondered after the beast, man, the whole system. All right, but this is 1 Corinthians chapter 5 and verse 7. Purge out, therefore, the old leaven, that ye may be a new lump, as ye are unleavened. For even Mashiach, our Passover, is sacrificed for us, right? So we just had the Passover, or in the Passover, of which is 7 days, all right? And before we eat of the Passover, we're supposed to examine ourselves, We're supposed to examine ourselves. Just grab that real quick, because Passover represents a new year. It represents us being pardoned, and in the times of ancient Egypt, the death angel, which was Yahushua, came through Egypt, killing the firstborn, the firstborn of everything. And so in order for us to be passed over, we had to, put the blood on the doorpost, and we were eating unleavened bread, which represents, just the haste, and we had our loins girded, staff in hand, ready to get up out of Egypt, man. It represents the haste of which, the hasty mindset that we were in, trying to hurry up and leave, man. But more symbolically and spiritually, that unleavened bread represents, on a spiritual level, represents the purging of the old things of last year, things that may have accumulated in our spirit, sins that may be whirling around in our mind, murmuring against a brother, slothfulness, all these things that we got to look deep within ourselves and examine, So this is 2 Corinthians chapter 13 and 5. And this is what these people don't do, man. They lost their way. They're in the congregation of the dead. 2 Corinthians chapter 13 and verse 5. Examine yourselves whether ye be in the faith. Prove your own selves. Know ye not your own selves how that Mashiach Yahushai is in you, except ye be reprobates, right? Many of our people, 2/3 of our people are reprobates, man, meaning they're void of judgment. They don't know what's right and what's wrong. They say, oh Lord, but they don't even know who the Lord is. It's just a part of the vocabulary, so to speak. All right. This is so we want to purge that leaven out, man. Because sin upon sin is what is iniquity. So we're trying to make ourselves a new lump. We're trying to make ourselves a new creation for the new year, man. The month of Abib, the Passover, represents the springtime and refreshing, the barley year. Okay. Deuteronomy. Let's go to Romans 8 and 10. In the NLT, it says, and Mashiach lives within you. So even though your body will die because of sin, the Spirit gives you life because you have made right with the Most High, right? So when we don't focus on the flesh, we focus on the Spirit. What Spirit is Yahushua, man. He came in the volume of the book. He's the living waters. Let's read it in the King James. And if Mashiach be in you, the body is dead because of sin, but the Spirit is life because of righteousness. Right? It's a walk. Not easy. All right? This is Deuteronomy chapter Salakia. Deuteronomy. We'll close out on this. Chapter 11 and verse 18. And it reads, therefore, shall ye lay up these my words in your heart and in your soul and bind them for a sign upon your hand, that they may be as frontlets between your eyes. So we're supposed to meditate on these scriptures so that we don't lose our way. Keep them as frontlets between our eyes, man. Meaning keep them on your mind. So Lord willing, I was edifying, giving all glory, honor, and praise to Yahweh Shem Shalom.